All right, good people. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Larry James. My company is SpeakerLarry.com. Today I want to ask you a question. Now this question is going to kind of throw you off just a little bit because I'm a person who does research. I do surveys and ask questions in certain ways. And sometimes the response you get back is not really what you thought you were going to get back. And this question is simply this. Are you your best friend's best friend? Think about that now. Who's your best friend? Me? I don't think so. But if I was your best friend, would you be my best friend? Because a lot of times what I found to be the case, and this is because relationships are so difficult at certain stages of that relationship. What would it take for you to become someone's best friend? How does that work? Does it take time? Is it time, or is it situational, or is it how you feel about that person? Is it what that person brings to the table? What is it about that person that makes them your best friend? But more confusing than that is what happens when all those ingredients are together to make them your best friend, but you're not their best friend. Do you discount how you feel about them because of that? Or do you just say, okay, that's the way it is. That's my best friend, but that's their best friend. And how does that make you feel? Kind of confusing, right? Well, the reason I did a little survey, I guess we'll say research to try to find out how that works is because I have a friend and they say, or she says that I'm her best friend. And my mind was wondering, okay, well, I guess I'll take that title, right? But you're not my best friend. I didn't want to say that to her. I didn't even say that to her, I should say. But I felt that, and I was like, should I say that? Or should I just let that be that? Because a lot of times that's enough, right? A lot of times, if you're my best friend, all I have to do is let you know that. Okay, you're my best friend, so now you look at me to do certain things that a best friend does, right? Like be there for you, share stories and this and that, and on, right? Now I can do that, but if push comes to shove, that's when the rubber hits the road. That's when you can tell if that's your best friend. But the thing that I find fascinating about that is that almost never happens. Think about that. It almost never happens where you have no place to stay. You have no transportation. You have no money. That almost never happens for you. It doesn't happen for me either. But if it did, could I count on you? And if I can count on you for a short period, like if you can let me spend the night or the weekend, right? That's okay. That's enough, right? But that says that you wouldn't just turn me away. Because see, whatever situation we're going through in life, we're not anticipating that's going to stay like that, especially the bad, right? So if you can just give us a little help, because we already know that there's a limit, even best friends, right? There's a limit. That may not be 2 weeks, but it's not going to be 2 years, chances are, right? So, and you're going to try to get back on your feet. You're going to try to get things together again for yourself so that you can be yourself, right? But I thought that was pretty interesting of a revelation, so to speak, to say, well, you know what? I am her best friend to her. So I'm her best friend. She's my best friend to me. That's where I'm going to leave it, right? And if she ever needs me, I'm there. And if I ever need her, I feel she'll be there, right? Now that could be he or whoever too. It's how, it's. And one more thing before I leave, because it's kind of crazy too. Can you have more than one best friend? Understand the word best now. If there's just one best, right? It's not a bestest. Is a best. That's what it is. So there may be a best friend 1 and best friend 1A, best friend 1B, right? But there's really only one best friend. But what if your best friend lives in another state, and who you call best friends now lives in the same state, same neighborhood, works at the same place, goes to the same church, whatever, you're around that person a lot, then that's your best friend, right? That's who you connect with the majority of the time. So that's who you have loyalty and allegiance to, and that's who has allegiance and loyalty to you as well. And that's where it should be, right? Don't make it more complicated than it is. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned. SpeakerLarry.com.